Renewable energy is all the rage, and with power bills soaring, how can you go wrong installing solar panels? Well, they almost cost Pauline her home when a developer tried to force her to take them down. Now she's had a big victory for everyone.
I may have lost the battle, but I won the war.
They look like your typical solar panels, but the story behind these is quite extraordinary.
It just didn't dawn on me that solar panels on my roof would affect anybody else.
Pauline Tyler's distressing journey started 4 years ago when her solar panels fell afoul with developer Oxmar Properties.
Do you hate solar panels that much that you got to get rid of them?
Justin Murphy, son of Oxmar owner Phil Murphy, declined to explain why they wanted Pauline's panels removed from her north-facing roof.
Could you just explain to us what's so offensive about Pauline's solar panels?
I've got no comment. If you can refer to our solicitor, that'd be great.
Oxmar was enforcing a covenant signed by Pauline when she purchased a block in the Griffin Crest estate on Brisbane's north side. Even though she owned the house and land, Oxmar demanded the panels be moved to her south-facing roof for aesthetic reasons. The 64-year-old refused, as it would significantly reduce the panel's efficiency, so Oxmar took her to the Supreme Court.
I call it David versus Goliath.
Pauline had a resounding victory at the Supreme Court, but Oxmar had that judgment overturned on appeal and costs awarded in its favour. The $130,000 legal bill was going to cost Pauline her home.
I don't know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go. I don't know.
The most upsetting part for her is that Queensland had laws in place that were meant to prevent developers doing this.
So they basically used me as a sacrificial lamb.
Queensland's Shadow Housing Minister Tim Mander stepped in to try to save Pauline's house, advocating for her in state parliament.
Will the minister do the right thing and pay this innocent victim of government oversight so she doesn't have to sell her home?
Eventually, the Queensland government did the right thing, paying Pauline Tyler an ex gratia payment so she didn't lose her home. Not only that, Energy Minister Mick de Brenni also changed the law, passing new legislation to prevent this situation ever happening again. With Pauline's panels spending the past 4 years gathering dust, Arise Solar stepped in, deciding to give Pauline a brand new system.
What she's been through is pretty horrendous. I mean, no one should have to go through that.
Dean Lessing is the installer tasked with fitting Pauline's new system.
The guys from Arise Solar reached out to Pauline. They spoke to her about her current bill situation and how much she's paying, and they designed a system to suit that.
Pauline can start using her air conditioning once again after being unable to afford the cost over the past 3 summers.
With the system that Arise have put on today, we're sort of hoping to completely wipe out our bill.
To be offered a brand new system that's going to cut my energy bills completely, it's just overwhelming.
Tim Mander dropping by to congratulate Pauline on this remarkable outcome.
Without your fight, I wouldn't have got there.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
And with the panels back in place, it's time to celebrate.
Hey!
Sharing a toast with her closest supporters who've been there for this agonising journey.
How do you feel seeing those panels back up there finally?
Oh, elated. I'm overwhelmed at the generosity and the assistance that's been given to me.
They should have never been knocked back by the developer in the first place, and the government's legislation should have ensured that she didn't have to fight it.
Tim Mander is amazed at the tenacity of this 64-year-old.
Look, she's a fighter. She's like a little terrier. She never gave up, and she badgered the right people and kept going and going and going.
The new legislation has huge ramifications, and not only for Oxmar Properties. Now, no developer or any other body can prevent homeowners from placing their solar panels in the most efficient location.
If it wasn't for her resilience, homeowners may not be able to put solar panels on their roofs without opposition from developers. Now, nobody can stop them.
What's your message for the developer now?
It's our land, it's our house, which he has nothing to do with, and what we put on our roof is our business.
Pauline Tyler hopes she can put the past behind her now and make the most of her vastly reduced electricity bills.
I want to thank Arise Solar for getting involved, for their generosity. They just don't realise how much it's affecting my life. It's just great.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Queensland's Energy Minister told us he's proud of his government's work fixing the legal loophole that allowed developers to do this. His full statement is on our website.